How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and this is a video to both announce the winners from the recent Don't Starve Together Forge weapons chest giveaway that I ran, as well as to show you some of the behind the scenes, so to speak. So we had 10 winners. These were winners that were drawn randomly using Gleam.io's random number picker, I guess it's called. Gleam.io is the platform that I've hosted these giveaways on, and the reason I do that is because it makes it really easy to both verify that the entrants are legit. You know, we won't have tons of people gaming the system. They also make it really easy to choose winners and stuff, so there's really no like wishy-washy stuff going on in the background. Here are the winners. You can find them on the same page as well. Simply follow the link in the description below. Anybody who is on this list, I will have sent out an email that is contacting you and gives you instructions on what to do next to claim your prize. So make sure that you go ahead and check your email address that you use to register for this giveaway. The process that I will be using to send you the DLC is the gift system through Steam. So you'll need to add me as a friend on Steam. I'll confirm that, and then you'll have to give me a code that I've also included in the email. So make sure you check that email for the code. It's really important. Even if you see your name on the list and you know to add me on Steam, you're going to need to include that special code that is unique to every single one of the winners. Send it to me via just standard chat on Steam once you've added. I'll confirm all the friend requests, but this is to make sure that the people who actually won are going to get the prize and not somebody who just happens to show up on the list and then, you know, changes or creates a Steam account with the same name. Once that happens, I'll be, gifting it to you via purchase as a gift. It's pretty straightforward, and the last couple of times I've done this, there have been absolutely no hiccups in that system whatsoever. It seems to work quite well. So that's important for the winners. If you are a winner, make sure you go ahead and check out that email to make sure you get what you've won. It will be open for 5 days. If you don't manage to respond within 5 days, I will invalidate that previous winner and then draw another. So we will have 10 winners regardless of how many of them actually respond. Hopefully everybody does. In the past giveaways that I've run, everybody has responded, but having 10 individuals this time is unprecedented for me, so we'll see how that turns out. Let's take a look here at the actions, the impressions, the conversions, everything themselves. I think this is kind of cool for some of you to see kind of what goes on the back end as well. If you want to run your own giveaway, you can kind of get an idea of what you should be looking for here. So on the first day that I published it did quite well. We had 788 impressions, 511 users. We peaked the next day, so I imagine as the world turns, let's say, and more people got up or got home from work or whatnot, the next day is when the number of impressions peaked at 1,200, and we had almost 1,245, and we had an equivalent number of actions. And those came from 659 users. So what you might be wondering here is what's the difference between users and actions? Well, the thing is that there are two different actions you could take. So potentially every single user had the ability to create two actions, which kind of doubles the number there. But then we have a pretty significant drop off the next day, December 5th. Going from 4th to 5th, we had 659 users on the 4th and only 145 on the 5th. And then it drops even lower, significantly lower, from 145 down to 46. So we lost 100 there. And as you can see, it pretty much evens out after that. There was nothing significant. There are no huge peaks. So I imagine this would just be the video showing up in recommendations or something after that, or people just catching up on maybe the video that I posted, but they don't regularly check or have notifications enabled for the channel. So as you can see here, after about a week, we were down to 6 users and 12 actions. So I've talked about this a little bit when I first announced this to giveaway. I thought I would give people an additional week window of opportunity to go ahead and, create an action. But I think this really does confirm that 1 week is going to be long enough to keep such a contest open. And we don't really see any change for the next week. It's all about the same. Sure, a few more people did manage to get in, but compared to the first week, it is not really worth it to string it out this long and make people wait longer. So I think future giveaways will only last a week based off of the information that I see here. Now, you might be wondering, since I asked the question as one of the actions, the question was, do you plan to play the Don't Starve Hamlet DLC? Let's take a look at some of the answers here. I'm going to do my best to make sure I don't give away any personal information in this, because obviously I can see things like the location, as well as the answers and stuff from individuals. So I'm not going to reveal any of that, but I just want to go over the count here. So responding to the question, do you plan to play the Don't Starve Hamlet DLC? Those who chose that action instead of like subscribing to my live streaming channel on YouTube, 612, a significant majority, have actually already played the Hamlet DLC, which is pretty cool. And another 425 say they will play the Hamlet DLC once it goes on sale. Keep in mind, these are exclusive answers. You only get to choose one here. So like one person could not choose multiple answers for this. So every single one of these counts here represent like a unique individual impression in terms of what it is. So a significant majority of the people who are interested in this giveaway are also either playing Hamlet or plan to play Hamlet once it goes on sale. Another 210 plan to play it once it leaves early access. So that would mean when it becomes more polished. Now, here's the funny thing is that for me, I think it could possibly leave early access before it goes on sale. I know it can kind of go both ways. Sometimes when it leaves early access, there's also a sale at that point that happens quite frequently. So those two, maybe I could have phrased those questions a little bit better. They seem to be a little bit ambiguous to me now that I sort of see them in hindsight. 161 didn't have any plans to play the DLC, and only 24 had never heard of the Hamlet DLC before. So I think it is pretty conclusive that coverage of Hamlet DLC would be appreciated for the audience that have sort of showed up to my channel to watch what I do. So I see that as a pretty positive affirmation of my decision to go forward with creating videos that not only focus on Don't Starve Together, but will also focus on some of the newer stuff in Don't Starve Hamlet. Maybe I'll split that like 50-50. We'll see how it goes as Clay continues to update Don't Starve Hamlet and Don't Starve Together. Keep in mind, both games are still sort of in active development. Obviously, Don't Starve Hamlet is seeing a lot more development because it's currently in early access, but Clay does have plans for 2019 for Don't Starve Together as well. So look forward to that in 2019. I will continue to cover both games almost exclusively, but I might have some other announcements to make in terms of a sort of a change in direction that I'm anticipating making. The change will be for the better, I'm thinking, and a lot of those who are actually interested in seeing me put out more stuff will probably like the direction it's going. Yes, this is kind of a summary of the results of my Forge Weapons chest giveaway. Congratulations to all the winners, and make sure you check your email for that special code you're going to have to message me on Steam, so that way I can send you your DLC. And of course, big thanks to everybody who did participate. Even if you didn't win, I do appreciate the engagement, and I plan to continue running small giveaways from time to time, maybe 2 to 3 times a year going into 2019. But that's all I've got for you for today. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I hope to see you next time.